took me 10 years to find the answer something I forgot about it in 2 seconds. That's about it. It took me 10 years to find the answer something I forgot about it in 2 seconds. I don't have anything that's
Alright, that's definitely working out. There we go. My next one's not picked up first because it was grabbing from the wrong source. So that's fixed now. Hi everyone. Hello. Hi. I don't know. I don't really ever fucking plan what I'm gonna do before I do it. I just sort of get like the skeleton of a plan and then just execute, I guess. Which is what I'm doing now. So, yeah, there's a cat right here. That's it. That's all. So I'm gonna open up this game that I've been wanting to play this game for a while now. Because I thought it looked nice, so playing it. Show me? Because I think there's like something before it. Content warning. I'll pause music for this. Content warning. This is a horror game. It's not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website, blackbabygames.com, if you wish to see the full list of content warnings. The print contains flickering images, image effects, as well as parallax effects that are rare, occasionally cause motion sickness in players. If either of those cause health concerns for you, you can disable them in game preferences. Okay. The four games you may find in these, however you find these places have part to see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Yay! Okay. This is can I put full screen on? Thank you. Okay. As you saw for brief moments before it took up the entire screen, this was not full screen. Now it is. I did not select this on my game thing, but it's already there somehow. Okay. have so many things on this. Oh my god. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm getting cold real quick. Hold on. My brother didn't want to get the door, so I had to go get it. Alright. Hi. Alright, so this game is quiet so far. I am covering up the whole left side of the screen. Hold on. No, but the words are gonna be. I'll figure it out as we're doing it, as we're going. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The world? What are you talking about? Do you consider that maybe the only reason she's trying to do it is because she's locked up? Princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do it? Forget, I'm not doing this. Yeah,
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
What can the princess lock in this world if not tell me why she's actually not going to kill her? So have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing oh god, there's so many more fucking options, oh my god. So many options.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
Or whatever, if she gets out, then own specifics.
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her, because listening to her is in their nature, and when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Considered that maybe she's only doing this because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, Let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
What did I say? Forget how to do
Are you serious?
this.
No, you have to do it.
Kind of bad. Can someone else do this? I'll do that. I'll talk to her, and if she's upset, you say, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. Cabin. This over. Okay, thanks for what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted awful monarchy for the revolutions. Cabin, turn around and leave. I can leave?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I can't just leave? Oh, that's sad. Okay, fine. Yes, that's where I'm going. Nope. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin. I'll talk. Princess, maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. I guess I'll see. The thing that matters is what I'm not going to the cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm pretty sure the world, anywhere else in the coming of a new dawn beyond our own, are gonna prop the direction now. Yes,
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever. Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong.
I did not mean to right-click. My bad. To wash our hands. Civilization.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all. You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job,
terrible.
everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Okay, I'm like, only princess. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. Who got me into doing this? Yeah.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
And back to the cabin.
Would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
As I'm fighting her, I have to go to the cabin. Don't I? Fine, okay, yeah, well, I guess I'll start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. I won't be stubborn.
There's always a choice. But let me tell you right now that you're making the correct decision for pretty much everyone.
So much fucking pressure, man.
We can't just go through with this and listen to him.
I keep right-clicking on accident. My bad. Let's save. Here. Save. Sleeping is not slave. Feed into the cabin. So
the interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Explore. That's the basement. No knife.
The door to the basement creaks
No
open,
knife.
revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp. a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I think I'm here to slay you. Hey Zai, welcome in, man. Should I turn my light on? Is it getting dark already? Well, it's not dark. Like, the sunlight doesn't come into my room, even though my curtain is fucking open. I'll give it a second. Hello, what's up? How you doing today, man? I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
It's getting hard to see here. Ah, fuck, I guess. There you go. More light. You can see me now. What is that emo? Oh, it's a cynical emo. Of course it is.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Doing alright, that's good. Glad to hear that.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Isn't time work at this point? That's so real. Also, I'm glad the fucking text box is above my head, because I don't know where else to put my camera. Because I don't know where else to put it. So I'm glad it's above my head.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
I did not.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step
I didn't bring
closer to
the
end.
knife, though. Well, let's talk a bit first. How else do you like me?
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Nah.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Check maybe the keys lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can find something to make you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh, damn.
Is someone else here?
Try the
You
door.
try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Can I break it down?
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Oh.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have
Taking the
been
knife.
so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
No.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
Oh.
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
She just starts biting her arm off. Alright.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm gonna do it. Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged,
God.
self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
It's controlling me, no.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
No, he's trying to make me kill her anyway. Oh, that... Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I'm over resist, so...
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from
My
your
hand looks so cool.
infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you?
Oh, I didn't mean to right click. Return. Do it.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh?
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
No.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
What? Chapter 2?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin...
No. We're saving. Hold on. Actually, I kind of want to save here. There are so many slots. Oh my god. Kind of cool, actually. Hold on.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's do it. Oh, this is just, what it says. This already happened. Okay, no. God, what am I doing here?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky
The
about
voice
it.
of the Smitten.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about
Four?
that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
I can use the fucking arrow keys. I don't have to use the clicker. Okay, I'm not gonna click. I'm gonna use the arrow keys. Assuming I'm the truth, and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Yeah, I'm proceed with Gavin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Alright, Smitten man.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Yeah, this time I'm gonna just. Right. Okay. I gotta press enter for that. Okay. Press space to get the dialogue on and press enter for the
The interior of the cabin
This is different.
clean and elegant. Its stone walls
This is different.
draped in fine-threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What if but the mirror on the wall? Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
At least we know we're a bird
You
person,
take the blade from the table.
which
It
is
will be
pretty cool.
difficult
I like
to slay
that.
the princess and save the world without a weapon. I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword.
It's a dagger, buddy.
That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies. Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us. Again, there's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Into the basement. Difference.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, that sounds
Her
a
voice.
bit different.
It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
She's not locked up.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Does she remember me?
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world. But everything reset.
Different.
Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
I don't like that spin guy. It's kind of creepy.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Last time, but it hurt a lot. Why'd you do that? Do I have to cut you out again? I really didn't care for that last time. What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? I'm sorry, the narrator. I mean, to kill you, took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Play the princess. You could just rescue her? It's just an option? Yeah, let's do rescue again.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow.
Makes no sense at all, actually.
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
I know, you're kind of a creep, buddy.
I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
She can slip her hand
Approach
out?
the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no
she's gonna kill
life
me.
more worth living than that of a true believer.
She's gonna kill me, isn't she?
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved.
She remembers the other timeline too, though. The narrator doesn't, which is weird.
Is that a threat?
I'll figure it out.
You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
Probably.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Why don't you tell me what you want? There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure it out later. If you want to leave, then you want to leave. But something isn't right here. I'm sorry. Slay the princess. I don't know. I think she'll remember if you try that. I don't know. Know what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Yeah, you know what, Leslie?
That sounds perfect.
The music is getting
As the
creepy.
princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk
It's
up
gonna
the
close
stairs
in front of us.
hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairness
Before
of
it,
the
hi,
world
Spirit.
is no match
Hi.
for the
Hi.
strength
How you doing?
of true love.
I don't know how long you sent that
Enough
ago.
with this true love
I've been
nonsense. You just met
looking at the
her.
game. It's messy.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think you can open it. Maybe if we try together. Think about this, open it away yourself. Try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
To go buy snacks, remember I'm spending my snack money on concert tickets. Damn, that is
Like a
sad.
pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door
Look like checking out stream. It's alright.
together.
We're playing Slay the Princess, and we're not trying to slay the princess. We're trying to save her.
And
But she's kind of cute.
the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable.
Oh my god. Hope class is going well,
You
Spirit.
and the princess
Nova.
make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm
Hello,
going to
Gunman.
fix myself a drink before you
I like how
ruin
the little
everything.
penguin is in front of
I'm
my
about to see
in
the
front
end
of
of
my
the
face.
world. I'd rather not see it.
Thank you for
sober.
that.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Gonna have to wait for the VoD to hear what you said. Gonna have a great stream. Oh, he can't hear me. That's nice. That was funny. Yeah, it
Our
was funny.
happy ending at last.
She's gonna kill me, isn't she?
We
did it! What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Oh. You don't get a chance to make that joke. Something has taken her away. And it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
She went, and I don't know how we even go about looking for her. The narrator's gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
But I'm a sexy bird, man. I gotta see.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Yeah.
I can't believe she was taken away from us. The nerve.
The narrator's
Yes.
gone.
Does that mean the world ended?
He moved on to the next world and got his brain erased, I'm guessing.
The villain vanquished. I'm begging you, don't do this.
Ignore him. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. I look cool as fuck! You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet. You are at the cabin. Approach it.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? The gift of fragile vessel? It's the world. It's the end of the world. Let her out of there. Are you? Do you know the narrator? Are you what somebody said the princess? Are you what trapped me in here? Do you know what about the world beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Destroy your body. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
What do you think of it?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
We are beyond.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Return.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
You know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you should help me or no?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Say nothing.
I know only that they are.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
This reminds me of the alleyway in part 4 of JoJo's. The hands. I just help you join the world if that help you. Is that what we're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Being semantic, what are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers.
The
in
what from
something
part just
sprawling
before?
and
The alleyway.
unilluminated.
Oh, you fucking. Oh my god, Spirit. Oh my god. You're so fucking hilarious. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. How can I know I'm... Oh, she already read that. And I didn't listen. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet
That's
again.
my daughter. What do you have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay. I don't let you do this to me.
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever?
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
It crashed the game. That's actually really fun. I like that. I like that a lot. I love that.
You have returned to me.
Oh shit.
Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Attempt to outweight your destiny. That's actually insane. Okay. I'm gonna go back to that second one and question her some more before I do other things, but yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait a bit. Let me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
And you die. Everything goes dark. And you die. Bring the damsel to her. Okay. Okay, so.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin,
I like this game so
is
far.
a
Oh my god.
princess. You're here to slay her.
Let's just do what he wants. Let's
If you
see that.
don't,
Let's see that really quick.
It will be the end of the world.
You can skip listening dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or R1 on controller. Let's just listen to him. I've done most of this. Wait, if I was wanted to. Let's do that. That's really fun.
That's the spirit.
There's no hero
You make your
voice.
way
I
up
think
the
the
short
hero
path
voice
to the cabin.
only comes in when you're
You'll
trying to be
find the
heroic.
princess
Same
within.
with the smitten one.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right?
Oh no,
She's
he
a
comes no matter. He
princess.
comes no matter
We're
what.
supposed
Okay.
to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Got him. Yeah. So the hero comes no matter what. The smitten is like, I think the additional voices get added as you keep going.
The interior
Maybe.
of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your...
All right. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather
I'm glad I don't
difficult
gotta
to
read
slay the
this, 'cause
princess
I
and
can't
save
fucking
the
read.
world without it.
I'm glad if it's only in that in that mystery world that I have to read it. You know, I'm glad about that.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by her voice.
Who's there?
Oh, that's what
She
she's saying.
sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I think I think you can't just slay her. I think if you just listen to him, it'll lead to something else.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I think no, I haven't decided yet. Still no decided. I'm just here to talk. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Let's drop it, sure.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face.
She's gonna kill me now, though.
Unarmed.
Right?
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of there? I'm supposed to end there because it's supposed to end the world. Because people think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? You're down here. You know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
No. How are you gonna end the world?
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
I haven't told enough. I was thinking you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping the information a secret from me. No, if I'm honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm trust them. Staying silent. What about you tell?
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
He's right.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk.
Of rain.
We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Be funny.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
But I get you proud of.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
No, she is.
She is. I'm sure of it.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really. Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. And get situated about it for a while. Keep her locked away. Then Slayer.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Fully unlock her in the basement or finish the job. Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The adversary. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods. You're hit. A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling. The real threat is just up that hill.
You should just look at the movie just happened. Turn around and leave. No, I've already done
It
this
happened.
thing. Just
Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her, and yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations, you've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters. I couldn't agree more. The cabin and your
The narrator
destined
likes this one.
confrontation with the princess awaits. Just be quick about it.
What's the last one? How can I make sure it doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Just beat me to death, coach. Why was she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands?
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the
She
cabin.
broke my jaw
You'll
with
be
one
fine.
punch and broke my. She's fucking like. She has
This
super
is
strength.
maddening. Why do you keep asking questions? There's nothing wrong with getting the full picture of what's going on here. Sure there is. It's wasting time and energy that would be better spent fighting.
He just wants. He's stubborn. Who locked her in the basement? What is this place? Why are you being so cagey? What are you
I've told you
telling me?
everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job
Can I
more
also
difficult.
eat whatever fucking devil fruit she ate to get that
What else
strong?
would we even need to know? We've got all the reason we need for a rematch. Exactly. The less you know about her, the better. People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Wait, what can they say or what is spoiling
Look.
me?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this.
My name is. I'm not
Call it
fucking
a
Percy
prophecy,
Jackson. Like,
if
what?
that helps. But it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Of course you're special.
He's Pander.
Why else would you be here?
That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't
Okay.
mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Turn around and leave would be.
We can't just leave. We're supposed to... Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going? Thank you.
I
The
didn't
whole
say that
world
for
owes
but
you a debt of
I'll do the whole like
gratitude.
turn around thing constantly later.
Oh, about time. I can't believe you were about to run away. A warning. Before you go, she will lie. Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight. Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear? Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
Just look at him.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest.
Ooh.
Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Is anything about the mirror on
That's
the wall?
because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You already wasted so much time in the woods. Who even cares if there's a
What if I want to do it wrong? Hey HMG, how you doing today? I care whether I'm being lied to. I care. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. I remain silent.
As
What?
do I. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror.
There
Why
is a
would I
mirror.
lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Oof.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by
I've
the
died
princess.
3 times now, buddy. Okay.
So focus
I know what
up.
dying feels
The
like.
world is depending on you.
It's gonna. If I push the mirror, it's gonna do the whole thing like there's no mirror. Just take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I'll do it anyway.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you
I'm a
look.
bird person. I have feathers.
But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. So all of us can
Doing
stop
good yesterday,
arguing
which I
about
kept
it
my roommate to
and get to
finish set,
fighting.
and I built up TV stand. Now to chilling. Hell yeah. Good job. Building that shit is fucking hard sometimes. It's gonna be like a ring this time instead of like a
The
castle
door
here
to the
from.
basement creaks open.
Oh, it's just a cave.
Revealing a rough stone
We're in a
staircase.
fucking
Its
Souls
walls
game.
pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
No, I'm Goku. I want a good fight.
As you descend the final
Oh
step,
shit.
the form of the
I
princess
think this
comes
is
into
gonna be Lisa's type.
a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
This is definitely past time, but last time definitely happened.
Okay, fine. Let's say for a moment I believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Look different.
You look exactly the same. Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
Saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have back first. Like we're both still alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
What if we
Don't
just
you
fought?
get it?
Actually,
We've
hold
been
on,
given free
hold on, before I'm gonna save right here. There you go. Let's just fight and then go back, you know?
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I'm not fighting a dying demon lady. I'm here to free you, actually. Let's just fight.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count. Oh, we'll make it count, all right. As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed?
Is she single? I knew it.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us.
No.
Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Create an opening up maneuver her. Run. Yeah, sure.
That's your plan then. That's your plan. You push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle. No, we can do this. Just keep pushing. We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Hey, up to.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes, you finally get it, don't you?
Sound like a demon.
Yes, you're right. We don't even need to talk about it.
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact. We're fine! But you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours. Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor. I said we're fine. I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You forgot this.
She tosses it at your feet.
I meant that nothing else matters. It's hard to describe. It's just a feeling. That it's just us. That when we hurt each other, we're alive. And when that happens, everything else is gone. You feel it too, right?
Earlier we died once. Does not mean we're immortal. Don't you want to be free though? Isn't that more like just walking chained up in the basement fighting endlessly? Do you not understood that? Actually, I don't think fighting you. I think I'm done fighting you. I don't. Either of us. Here we died once. That doesn't mean we're immortal. Don't you want to be free though? Isn't it more life to?
You're walking a thin line, hero.
Is there more to life? When you're not here, I feel empty and alone. When we're not fighting, I feel stuck. Like there's something important I'm supposed to be doing. Like I'm being shoved into a space where I don't fit. But when we fight each other, it's like this wave of feeling. Like everything I break in you and everything you break in me is important. Like we're really, truly communicating.
Life is suffering, and we will feel every inch of it, and we will persevere. Can't say I'm a fan of whatever weird bond those two have. Nor am I. It's dangerous. But maybe you can use it to your advantage.
There's sort of psychosexual sadomasochism. That makes sense. There will always be another chance for us to kill one another. Getting through you, trying to say nothing. Okay, sure. Yeah, but let's do this. I'll do the first one.
I don't know what that is, but I hated the sound of it coming out of your mouth. I don't like being crammed into smart-sounding boxes.
I'm fighting you. I don't think it's up to either of us.
You're kidding, right? You can't just give up. What do you think you're doing? This isn't fair. This is even worse than deciding not to fight me from the beginning.
I can't get up.
Stop moping, you're fine. Now get up.
What are you made of? Tissue paper? I didn't hit you that hard.
This will kill me because you're not going to change my mind.
Is this a trick? Are you tricking me? Because why would you? Why wouldn't you?
The princess's shoulders tense with fury as she storms towards you. You can see her face flush, her knuckles going white as she clenches her fists, her entire body trembling with a burning rage. Can't believe you're making me watch this.
Fine. If you want to die like a pathetic little worm, you can die like a pathetic little worm.
I guess I'll see you all next time. She reaches down and grabs you by the throat, lifting your limp form and slamming it forcefully against the wall. Her eyes twitch as her grip tightens around your neck. She sure is taking her time, isn't she?
Why? Why are you letting me do this? Why are you making me do this? Why won't you fight back?
Not anymore. Does the fighting not fucking matter anymore? There's more than just fighting each other. If letting you kill me is how show you that, then it's worth it. I care about you and I don't want to hurt you anymore. Weird. I think it's kind of funny. Yeah, sure.
It matters. I like fighting you.
Her grip hardens. Do you feel a horrific pop in your neck? She releases you, your numb body crumpling to the stone floor as your vision starts to fade.
Oh.
What am I supposed to do without you?
I guess I'll see you all next time. I can say that now, right? We're dead? Great. I can't wait to be stuck in this useless body all over again. I won't be seeing you, but I suppose something like me will. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, Unleash the Power of Baptism on your foe.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
Huh?
I've heard this one before. Let me guess. There's a cabin and a princess, and you want us to get rid of her for you. But it's not gonna happen. At least not on my watch. Oh, you bloody fool. Am I the only one here who actually listened to her? She wants a fight, and we're not gonna give it to her. It's funnier if we don't. You think what happened last time was funny? I thought we were breaking a cycle of violence. I thought we were practicing pacifism in the face of mortal peril. I thought we were being brave. Heroic, even. We're a deep and multifaceted being. Who's to really say that your thing and my thing can't peacefully coexist? I'm just saying, doing it for a laugh takes away from the moment. It was a good moment. Oh, will both of you just shut up? Make me rage, boy. This is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly you've already been here. Yeah, you think? What does here even mean, though? You've told us about the path of the princess and all of that already, but this is a very different path from the last one. That's a good point. Everything here is a little off. Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods, if reality seems distorted. So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
This is being pulled in 100 different directions. Is better all listen to me when time comes to make a decision. If I don't slay her, if I just stay here or do anything else, and we have one of the turn, then it happens. Heaven's next consequences are, and the cat is meant to proceed. I'm done with this, bye. 7.
100? Where are you getting that number? We're talking 4, maybe 5 directions tops. At least for now. I'm sure I can come up with more if you give me enough time. I don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
Play her.
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? The end is what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there. Isn't it your job to know things? Maybe we need a better narrator who can actually answer our questions. It's my job to guide you through your task and to state the facts of what's happening. That hardly requires omniscience. And besides, I'm the best you're going to get, because I'm the only one here who can do my job.
Might just see this through. Oh god, it's all
Good.
squishy.
We're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. Don't be so hard on yourself. We all wind up in creative ruts now and then. I'm sure if you put your mind to it, you could think of something worth telling us.
He's in the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a
Oh,
place
shit.
that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in.
The mirror isn't pulsating like the rest of the art around.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
I think I'm gonna turn the music down. There we go.
That's horrible. I think it's kind of nice. Makes the room feel alive, doesn't it? The
Yeah.
only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. We'll need it if we want to do things right. I say we leave it to Rust. Take it. We're going into this prepared.
It's up here again, and this time it's blocking the door.
A mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement. Yeah, we've done all this already. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely. What are you trying to say exactly?
Crazy.
It means you're hallucinating. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the pedestal. It will be difficult. Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel. That's no fun. And you're not even holding it right. Oh. And how do you suggest we hold it? The other way. Shut up, both of you. We're holding it fine.
Touch the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now? Does it matter if it's actually real or not? Talking about it gets under his skin. That's all that matters. We should talk about it even more. Let's just smash it and get it over with. I'm ready to get violent. We won't be able to see what's in there if we smash it. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time. You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement.
Yeah, smashing over to hit my hand on the fucking door.
As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
So you've returned after denying me the salvation of combat? Are you here to gloat? Are you here to mock what I've become? Do you think that if you let me kill you enough times, I'll suddenly soften and repent for sins that live solely in your head? Well, we've tried that, haven't we? Now come down and see what your refusal has done to me. See how much you can bear to witness the consequences of your actions.
I was supposed to slay her. Well, I kind of did listen to slay her, but I didn't
Sounds
listen.
like we got to her last time. Let's keep pushing, see what else we can make happen. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped
I'll be right back. I gotta pee real
burning
quick. Hold on.
bone.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Can you hear it? The pulses of the living. The ironic rhythm is a grand orchestra. It's never the same tone. Who wants to stop this? There can be. When the violent storm is over, blue sky is more beautiful than ever. You see, I want that, that's all I want. I drift tonight, find a way. I'll just be a black sea. I drift tonight, please don't stop the flow. I drift tonight with wandering curse. I will be a vast universe. I drift tonight, a finite world. The finite one and the infinite one.
All right, I'm done. Oh my god. Oh my fucking CJ. CJ. Hi, CJ. Hi, thank you, CJ. Thank you, CJ. Thank you for that. I appreciate that a lot, buddy. Oh my, thank you very much. Let me give you a shout out. I didn't think you were gonna end that early. You usually go for a fucking long time. Damn. Was Overwatch pissing you off or something? Damn, I left right as you got back. That's actually insane. That is really insane. But welcome in. I hope you enjoyed Overwatch. Hi. That is so funny. I'm back now though. I don't know if he's still here. I don't know how long ago that fucking raid happened. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate that a lot. Those of y'all who don't know me, I'm the weird known as Jimothy. Homie is CJ's. Been in something for a couple of years now. I bother him occasionally. Very bad design. This is a really good design. We're playing Slay the Princess. It's a little virtual novel, in which you just have to slay a princess. Nothing else is happening. And yeah, I have to slay this princess now. Oh, the fucking everything's all gooey and fleshy. Oh my god.
The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
It's like something out of fucking like Silent Hill.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut,
Hi, Cody
pulling
Bell.
fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin.
Thank you for the
Blood
follow. I
drips
just noticed
from
that now.
the
Thank you
place
for
where
that very
metal
much.
meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is
Damn.
loose, and she is coming for you. She wants us to be afraid because she wants us to think she can make us suffer.
Thank you for the
Give
follow,
her the
strange things.
satisfaction.
Appreciate that a lot. How you guys doing? Y'all enjoy seeing the stream?
That's right, no fear. She's bigger than the last time, but she's pulling herself apart. She's practically done most of the work for us.
So I had to call. Hey, you fine, Jimbo? What's up, CJ? What's up, man? What happened to you?
Time happened. You happened. But none of that matters. We're together again, and I'll have what you denied me.
She wants to fight me, by the way. So I'll explain actually this. Game's gonna have different timelines. You want to slay the princess, but depending on what you do in that first timeline, whether you try slaying her, or try saving her, it changes the next chapter. Within that next chapter, you can then go along with what you started with either saving or slaying her, or you can flip it and do something else entirely and deny what that timeline is leading to, getting to chapter 3, which is this one, where everything's really changed. So I did the thing where I like listened to her talk to me for a second, and then we fought her. And we fought each other until we both died. Second timeline. She was a demon lady, and then she really wanted to fight to feel something, and I was like, I don't want to fight actually. So she just killed me, and now she's angry that I denied her a good fight. Carry me today. Oh, that's nice. That's good. I'm happy for that. Oh shit. Though I doubt that. I bet you were also getting some nice kills in. Just getting mad. It's funny. I have too much adrenaline from Overwatch. That's so real. They'll call me out strange. No, yeah, leave me. It's alright. It's alright.
She bounds across the room.
Also,
her fists
HMG
ready, her
is in
heart
chat. I don't know if
set
she's on
upon
chat.
your
She wants to bed this. So this is buff demon lady. He was saying what we were all thinking.
With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
I chose to not do anything, by the way,
I
on
hope
accident.
you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt
It's
cold
like she needs a
before.
doctor, probably. Oh. Ah, the hand that claimed her. True to her word, you will not die by her hand, nor will you ever. Time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone.
Need some milk.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
She a bug? Nah, she's a demon lady. Is she? No. So what happened is there's an eldritch entity who's collecting different versions of the princess that we make from these timelines from our decisions, and they want us to make different versions for her to collect. That's what just happened. Me and this entity are both aware of everything, and we're trying, and like if I give her, I can either close the game and just leave her incomplete, or I can keep playing the game and complete her to free us both, essentially, from the chambers of this game.
And there's that mirror again.
It's a unique
Why
story,
is it
very
here?
unique. I
What
like it a
now?
lot so far. It's really good. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. Trust me, we've been here before. You always get
But
scared.
it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
So the mirror leads into where the entity is. The voices I'm hearing only remember the timeline they build up to. After this point, they don't remember it. But me as the outer entity, I remember this, and I build them into it as well. Because I'm playing the game, you know.
Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I hear an accent in the game. Well, I mean, everyone has an accent, so yeah, I have an accent, but I have a normal fucking voice. It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's yeah. They all have like British accents a little bit, It's not the end of. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
The stubborn voice is born from fighting her.
You're not messing with us, right?
The contrarian is born from denying her the second fight. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. This is how you look, by the way. I like it. I like it a lot. It's how it look pretty cool, in my opinion. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Now that she has a second body, she feels more complete. And I also have collected another versions of myself as well, I guess. So I'm also more complete, which is why it says that you've grown.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? What does it feel like to change like this? Once it's all done, what do you know what you want to do? You know, into this once you've finished. I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? Kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. I've met. Why? Would you bring me? There's so many options, man. I can attack the entity. I could. I think destroying my body would destroy the safe. I don't know. Do you need me to bring? How many else do you need me to bring to you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
Everything feels like a riddle. Can you give me a straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Are you the same thing as before? How much has changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Okay. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, what do you want to do? I'll just go
With
down the
every
list. There's so
gift
many
you
fucking
bring me,
options.
I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Oh, she's flirting with me. Nice. Finish. I'm not gonna do the "I'm going to kill you" thing. When I go back, people will. Why not the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You can kind of be anybody else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Yeah, it's valid. Next time.
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Great. There are still a lot of fucking options. Do not need these vessels I've been bringing you. I've hurt them.
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Yes, so you don't want any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Okay. I don't want to say I'm going to... I'm not saying that. I'm just saying ready to go back. I'm not going to threaten.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Bring the fury to her. Here on the princess. Now we're back at the beginning.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin, you're here.
I'm pretty sure. Actually, you know, now, so you can just turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Yeah, and like, cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. Well, I'm not.
Fine. I suppose you just
I
quietly
did this
continue
earlier, but
down
didn't
the
fully
path
commit to
away
not
from the
leaving.
cabin.
Not going.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I don't care. I'm not killing a princess.
Killing is such a gauche phrasing and completely ignores the bigger picture. Your task is to slay the princess, because she's terrible and she's really got it coming to her. But fine.
Oh, okay.
You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition
This is as far as I got,
or
and then I just went to the
astrology,
cabin
but
anyway.
I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
There's no plan since I don't want to go. Start walking to a different direction. In fact, I'm going to start trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this
There's
place.
always a choice.
Yeah.
Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Oh.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Oh, this is a path. Stanley went through the red door. Yeah. Hey, how
You're
you
on
doing?
a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the
Hey,
basement
Potato,
of
welcome
that
in, man.
cabin,
Maybe shut up.
There's a
I gave Caesar
princess.
shut earlier. Maybe shut up, Potato, real quick. Oh. There you go, Potato.
you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I've already been here before. I died. The whole world ended. What am I doing
I
here?
can assure you that
You're
you're
doing
not
well, everyone?
dead,
I hope
and
you're
that
doing
the
well, Hart.
princess has yet to end the world, otherwise you wouldn't be here. And to answer your question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep...
I don't know, I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a
The
captive
contrarian
audience.
is here immediately. Okay.
The entire world ending
Alright.
wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Okay, heading down the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to save the princess. I get it. I'm going to the cabin. Cabin that I'm just staying here in the woods forever. Oh, let's do that. I want to do that, actually. I'm going to save. I've been saving, and I haven't gone back to a single save, by the way. I have not gone back to a single save. I've just kept going. Same woods forever.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Those walls were here last time. You just can't force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid...
So
someone
she
other
directly
might have stumbled
spoke
on
even
the
though we weren't
princess.
in the thing yet. Oh, that's interesting.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging.
She was like, "Nah, you can't stay here forever. You've already committed. You've already committed to this."
A warning. Before you go any further. She will lie.
She will lie.
She will cheat.
She will do anything in her
She
power
will
to
do
stop you from
everything
slaying
in
her.
her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
Let's keep an open mind.
Oh yeah, you can't turn around because the walls lock you in.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted, an inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table.
I'm gonna ignore the mirror this
its
time, 'cause
legs
it's always
all
the
the
same.
wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times
You haven't
do I
even
have
seen
to
her.
explain this
I
incredibly
laughed last
simple
time.
and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore the
Take the
mirror.
blade
Hey,
from
Roddy,
the
welcome in,
table.
man.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold the other way? Thumb at the bottom. We'll look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it.
Oh my god.
Just make a choice.
Hold the blade the other way.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
I'm not throwing the blade out the window. Go downstairs.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
What the fuck have you put me into? Oh, well, my bad.
Nothing here seems to belong.
Fuck is this
The more
place?
closely you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. Your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place.
When this
None of the
cinnamon
stairs
toast
even seem to
fuck.
go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening,
I just came here to kill a
sludge-like
princess,
miasma
man.
to it. The kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odor that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. Her voice, a disquieting collage of
skipped
tone and
dialogue and I accident, my
personality
bad.
drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Or staircase, some staircase to the soft to the right. Take the center.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Oh.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey. A continuous
Hey Nova,
march
welcome back.
forward to a destination long forgotten.
He's still in class.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Hi, God, you...
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Look at the lounge, I can hear you now. Nice.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but
Say your
otherwise shrouded in
R.I.P.
darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to...
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here. What's your name? It was weird, like a thing pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? Well, I know you're locked with me for a reason. You don't know why you're here. What happened to me?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Am I gonna feed the Abyss multiple versions of her from this?
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan! Let's see if we can make even more of her.
What's your name? Down here for a reason. Oh. Oh, these are all together.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. All at once you charge forward, knife gleaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Chose the paradox
because
option.
this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
Narrator, that wasn't weird.
falls apart. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this.
How surprisingly sincere.
I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Dude, this is excruciating.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Yeah.
Please.
I'll do my best. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. Just short everything. I'm not going to fix you, say nothing. When everything is possible, nothing is the illusion of choice. Nothing's excruciating, yeah. But you'll never know. If she hears your reply, is gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Let's just hear, but this is end for you, but it's not the end
What
for
is
me.
that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
He's just messing with us.
Right?
No. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They are gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in a long quiet once again. You stand at you are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
How can you stand to be a contradiction? I could attack her, I'm not going. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
You can't be a contradiction, it doesn't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Matter, sometimes I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other, and does that change? Doesn't that change you? Does that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No. Makes me like you more. I don't know. It doesn't help me. No, not really. It seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one of the other way. I just want to stop. I hate it. I think I hate you. No.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey,
Say
the
it's distant.
smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
What do you think of this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
You're at the end of this once you're finished. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna kill you. Happens. Two worlds are leave behind.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
You know, what if I do say I'm going to kill you?
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempt to destroy me.
Why are you so okay with that? Do attack. You will cut the crossings in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
I'm guessing destroy your body would your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space of your body, into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Okay.
I
I just want to see what those options
when
did.
it is time for us to meet again.
Cinco's talking about. Bring the stranger to her.
You're on a path in
Yeah,
the
go ahead. Oh, yeah, sure. Alright. Silently leave the cabin.
You make your way up the short path.
Shut up. Sleep the cabin. What? This time I'm just going to only listen to him. I'm not gonna contradict. I'm not gonna listen to
The
her.
interior of the cabin is almost
Not
entire.
not going to like talk to her. Just gonna try to kill her.
The door to the basement creaks. Her voice.
Who's there?
Okay.
She sounds
Just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes. She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or
Still your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Oh, come on, Evan. Play the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel
Oh!
flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
I'm not sure. I feel like just leave. Of course not. It's too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Let's just get out of here.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs. closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Hoping I get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey, we're not just going to stay here forever, right?
We were happy for that. Give me ideas. I can hear
I
it.
do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, kill us and we'd be dead? Yeah, you're right. At least for a little while.
What a
longer.
relief. I suppose we've got all the time in the world for you to change your mind. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is.
But
not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voice's pleas fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any
Sus.
meaning to you
He's
long
definitely
before that shift,
a little suspicious,
you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Past the point of no return. She forced me back. Happy,
Are
we're
we
happy.
really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are? Good, because I have an idea to get us out of the blade. I can
Yep,
hear he's
the
right.
blade.
Do you hear? Do you not?
Those will
How
be dead.
astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You're right. I'd be really upset if we die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end you're here to slay her.
You bastard, you're in for it now. Might do your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to... That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Assuming the only truth on when you should love doing anything. That's just turning around and leaving.
You have already committed to my completion.
God!
You cannot go further astray.
She really doesn't want me to leave.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, she won't be a problem.
Proceed with the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Take the blade.
You take the
Just
blade
always
from the
take it,
table.
you know?
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Into the basement. I'm gonna ignore the mirror because the mirror is always the same thing.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait,
She's gonna keep
this
like
isn't
this.
right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
You're gonna kill me.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Wait and see how it plays out.
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
What are you doing not being dead? See, this is something I was trying to tell you. We killed her. So many fucking options, damn. Like that, then there should be I'm out of ideas. Thoughts? Slang using good work. What do you want? You're going to end the world.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
Just dumb. Just a big dumb idiot, stupid thinking. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah. What? I pressed return, it didn't... Oh, okay, never mind. You lost and should have done that.
Too little, too late. But you can still make things right.
She's not in a position to bargain with us. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. We don't have to do anything, but maybe we should. We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance? When a hero slays a monster, does he apologize to it? No. So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world. You didn't do anything wrong, aside from apparently killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her.
We're not being dead. Let's just advance. I think. What do you want?
I want what you took from me. A life. A real life. I just want to go home. Away back to where I belong. This place won't let me leave. At least not alone. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
I let her in. I say no. This would be temporary, right? You'll leave as soon as you're out of the cabin. I say no.
Then I won't hitch a ride.
Oh, okay. What?
I'm sure you'd like to know. It's a shame I won't tell you. But it'll be easier for both of us if you just let me in. And doesn't it sound nice?
Maybe for her, but it's crowded enough in here as is.
You won't have to feel guilty anymore. If you even do feel guilty.
Oh my god, Artie, shut the fuck up.
It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body. That is a very dangerous train of thought.
You leave once we're out of the cabin.
If I'm able to. But for all we know, that's not how it works. Maybe I'll wind up stuck with you for a long time.
Do you hear the way she said that? She knows more than she's letting on. Don't let her fool you into doing something you'll regret.
Ooh. In control.
Sure. Why not?
Likewise, I don't see no downsides here. She's waiting for your consent.
That doesn't sound very reassuring. I can't believe you're even entertaining her right now. I mean, just look at her. Do you think she has good intentions for her murderer's body? Of course she doesn't.
Sure.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a
Unbelievable. Oh
brief
my
moment
God.
as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul.
I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass.
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him.
You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
I can't think straight. There's too much noise.
It's okay. We're almost out of here. Just take it one step at a time, and everything will be fine.
Everything won't be fine if you listen to her. One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
Wouldn't that be nice? There's only one way to find out.
So if I walk out, it just leads to another ending. If I die, it'll lead to something else that'll lead to another ending. I think slaying the princess would slay myself, right? Similar to the other one where we both died. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do.
Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction against the
Oh, I
backdrop of
skipped
the
it.
inane
My bad.
conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
But forward. I can't stop it. Hi Oz, welcome in. How's schoolwork
You
going?
continue slowly
I'm
to
proud
the
of you.
door,
Good job,
your feet
Tinker.
like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next. Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever?
Maybe.
Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world?
A little bit.
We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
Destination hitchhiker. You feel lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
I'm out. You actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, killer.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
Taken by the hands. No, but why are you just sending the fucking... Oh my god. She's gone. You can't look respectfully anymore. There's nothing to look at, buddy. I'm sorry. Yes. Oh. Yeah. You don't get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave, never return.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror?
It is. It's going to be okay, just trust me.
But it feels so bad, like looking into it right now.
You don't need to comfort him.
It's not the end of it, so that's gonna be nice. For me, but not you, not for me.
Okay. If you say
Want
so.
to be,
We'll
I want to
trust
not to be not afraid.
Whatever makes you happy.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. The silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you to see what's in it. You've unraveled. Long quiet once again. Where's the lady?
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
You know? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me, short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
I don't know. Voices that speak to me, some of them are mine.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Yes, I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. No. Listen, when I find him, you and I are going to find the answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. You're going to keep that to yourself.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Congrats on that, Pat. I forgot I made it 1, 2, 3, 4. Stars, and there are people, I think. At least supposed to be
There is a
people.
warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Oh. What else to me? Do you know? You awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Yeah, makes sense. What do you there? Do you think that we are real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Okay. Thoughts on this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream for a life she could never have. But that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for an understanding heart. Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
What?
I will be here, waiting for you.
There's no way I'm getting all the endings.
You're on a path.
Shut up. Silently continue to look.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path.
See the cabin. I can't turn around anymore because I already exhausted that one.
The interior of the cab, the blade.
What? So if I take it... Okay, what...
You take the...
Yeah, I'm gonna take it, and then... Oh, God. I missed the Eldritch one already? Oh my god. Continue downstairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes. She's so... Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
It's your... I've already killed her. Talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I didn't tighten my grip. I'm gonna save really quick, and if this just like leads to me having to kill her, I'll immediately go back.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
He's not armed. I just need. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna load this one. Yes. Drop it.
The blade tumbles.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Chip. What's that?
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the worm.
Here,
I don't
I think
remember
I've already
much about
exhausted
it,
all
to be
these.
honest. I've been down here a long time.
Sure, they have the reasons. Yeah, I'm kind of just one of them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
More questions. Actually, I changed my mind. I don't trust you. See.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
She gonna bite her arm off again?
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Upstairs. You get any ideas?
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
The door. I think doesn't do anything.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm guessing this time she'll probably kill me.
Against your better
Yeah, he's cutting her out.
judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
First of all.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
So what if you do
Bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Are you serious? I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one. But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
What do you give up?
As the blade falls from your trembling hands, the princess rears back, readying a bone-shattering haymaker. You fall to your knees, barely able to process the ringing in your ears before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every
Oh, am I
impact,
fighting now?
unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you. If we're lucky, the wound you manage to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she gets out.
Oh, too weak to even try fighting back. How disappointing.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right? I'm sorry, but everything goes dark, and you die.
The tower. Okay, this is different.
You're on a path in the woods, and
Actually,
at the end of that path
hold on.
is a cabin. And in the
That's
basement
different. Hold on. I want to load this again and try something before I fully commit. Drop it.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk. Oh,
I never did this. First, I'm gonna examine the
Oh,
chains.
you have to be kidding. You walk up to the chain, they're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't.
Maybe
Is turn down, save.
again. No, we won't have any. As the princess. Wait, this is. Watch me.
And then go down to warn.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist. Was she just
The
gonna fight me?
blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Okay.
I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground,
This is different from the
blood
first one.
flowing
David.
from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The prisoner. Okay. So there's
You're on
two
a
other
path
ones.
in the woods.
What'd she say one more
And
time
at the end
for?
of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is you're here to slay her.
You have already.
Oh yeah, can't do that.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She will. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
The hero didn't speak at all.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Enter
I'm
basement.
afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon. Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner. Yes, I'm sure. Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world. Okay, I'm trusting you.
Hey, don't I get to say? Just take the.
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go. Wonderful.
Damn.
Do exactly that.
The moment I'm
Slid
like,
over
ignore the
table
knife, they're like,
and
no,
proceed
take
into
it,
the
take it now.
basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on.
I skipped it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs. I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Are we not?
Wait, what the fuck did she say? We're pacing downstairs. It's been a while with that company. Okay. You're not the first.
You walk down the
Oh!
stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
You know what she is, I'm sure. Just, what if I did leave and wait?
As if by divine will, just as you finish the thought, you hear a door slam.
Okay.
I'm afraid you won't be leaving until the task is finished. It doesn't matter how many... That's not fair! Unless you deal with her right here, right now, she will remain an existential threat to the entire world. What seems unfair to you is fair for everyone else. Huh. So it's not even safe to think. I see how it is.
How surprising. They locked you down here too.
Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
And scream at the door? Why? I've been here before, am I the one? What happened if I died last time?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
What? Who's that?
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I Never said I wasn't.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
Oh my.
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
I think I'm supposed to cut you out and didn't notice you're getting distracted too.
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world.
Maybe.
And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
What happened to Friday last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
I know why.
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
What if I did just lock myself in? Can I lock myself in the chain? Yeah, sure, give it a knife.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right?
Oh, worry. Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her
oh
hair,
God.
smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No!
I don't want her to stab me, but she can't.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Huh. So that's her play.
Killing herself?
She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world. I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
We should take her with us, don't you think?
What? No, you shouldn't.
Why?
Do that. Why would you do that?
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right?
You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax.
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
Sure.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids, then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
They stole the head. Building the returns.
She's gone. And is that a... But it feels so bad.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back.
Fear.
Fear.
It's been few enough for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
No, that can't be right. There has to be something more.
Go to the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence. You are nothing at all. That is right. It can't be nothing. You focus your gaze. When you see it, a figure, faint and veiled and shattered, just beyond the reflection.
I think you know what I am.
Crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the ridge of glass in two. One another, another, entering the mirror into jagged shard of broken glass. Yeah, so I was wondering if that ever gets you. Not me, what are you? Look away. Destroy the mirror.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Like me, if you're not me, what are you?
I am an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Like you said something like that before. Are there any really different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Well, there are still so many fucking options. This is my trade.
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
So, yes.
I'm aware, and if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
Special. I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when this is... Oh my god! I re-clicked an accident, forgot that. Pauses it. To make her too.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
This has been torture. Could you swear when I be alone? Do you have anything to say for yourself? One, us, guys.
Yes, you will. But it will all be worth it.
I'd be alone. Sure. Well, no, I don't want to be a god. To be me. A god is... Sorry, I look away or stop asking questions. Me or something else. Why couldn't you have told me from the start? I would have helped you destroy her.
If you actually knew what she was from the start, if you knew her capabilities, a single intrusive thought could have instantly ended the entire world.
I've had plenty of time. That was good, actually. Both leaving.
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
It's the end of the world.
It's simple, really. She can become whatever people perceive her to be. That's easy. I'll just will her into something really small. But wait, what if I accidentally will her into something that ends the world? Oh no, what if just thinking that? But you wouldn't have finished your hypothetical thought because she would have already destroyed the world. Luckily for you, as you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore.
Run out of questions or season more destroying it. I'm not. I don't need to know that. Maybe I forget thinking out of time. I still have to see things about all of this. I think you're out of time.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
The final fragments of the last shatters. You see yourself with a newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are belong quiet, a vast and nascent god. It is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Oh, hi.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly. Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Do you know about the echo? Did you hear the conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind. Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning?
I right click an accent. You open the final doors to liberation. Saying all this. Yeah, it's so many stories.
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notion.
Fucking notion of is and is not. Beginning and end, pitch black islands of the blinding light of infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Otherwise, can't show me talk this through.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever. But you found me,
and we chose to trust each other for no reason than the sake of believing in something that wasn't us. Shared skepticism blossomed into freedom, but we needed to walk a path together to bloom. Would you stop our journey now that you've seen its beginning? What of those in the worlds beyond? Would you erase their paths to stop them from going astray?
Personal statement directly here. Speak about life and death, change and stagnation, your independence. You act as though the world knows about you, never to sleep, but I won't engage in the argument that favors death and suffering. About
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me. A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
this has always been about us, two people forced to hurt each other again and again, but we don't hurt each other anymore.
You cling to your notion of pain as suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict.
My masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, and there is no end. And there is no end. Only the flood of bodies. Only the flood of bodies. In every moment you hold every possible sensation at once. And then you hold them all again. Sensation at once. And then you hold them all again. But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
Conflict and beauty and otherness between us without bringing that love into the picture. Yeah, I'm gonna kill share humanity.
We are the whole of reality. Is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
Why won't you see me the way I still see you? Why don't you see me?
I could ask you the same. There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine? Your left eye drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Nah. It's big, you can come back. My level, you can come back. How would you plan to share humanity?
Why would I stoop to your level when I'm offering you ascension to mine?
It's so peaceful here. Beautiful. Eternal, but ever-changing.
As the contrast between you abates, you begin to shake. Your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It comes to believe in one. You to sit above it all. What do you think happens if you leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go. It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
I will fight you. And you can't make me distinguish yourself, but you keep distancing mine. I think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. I don't exist. Fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. I can't let everything die. I don't think appealing to her is gonna work. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll do that.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
Free yourself. I was gonna close the game again. You fold into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her is you. You feel your wings spanning the cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled, bound in agonized tension. Finite plane. You feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite space, sides, and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it. But it's not you.
I love you.
Take it. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Oh? You are free and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
What happened to the influence? What did I join? Cosmic entities falling in love. You and she step forward into the 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Are you gonna stone me off? Yeah. There are no endings, only new beginnings. Oh, that's nice. Hot open for your true form. Don't fucking say mommy. I fucking hate that so much. Thanks. Again, good ending. The good ending doesn't count. Flying, Christmas gratitude, back playlists. Oh, play our other game. Nice. She's a mommy though. I just fucking hate that shit. I hate that. So. That was a good game. That was a great game. That was nice. I enjoyed that a lot. Pretty good experience. I'll probably explore more of that on my own. There was a lot of endings I didn't get. I made a lot of choices. I think you're just limited to like 5 and then you finish. That was good. That was great. I enjoyed that a lot. Man. There is multiple things I just didn't go back to. You know what? Actually, real quick, before we end, let's go back here. I'll pause Subhuman real quick. Let's go back here.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Let's just fight her. She can leave without saying anything. I think you just attack.
Finally ready. Here we go.
Oh, we'll make.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes up.
Strike a hard head
That's your
on.
plan then.
Keep pushing, and then we just I do.
Dying and coming back, clashing against each other over the fate of everything.
Yeah.
Forever.
Did she just admit out loud that she's gonna end the world if she gets out of here? She most certainly did. I hope you've made a mental note of that, hero. There's no more room for doubt.
Yes, the fate of the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight. The only thing that matters is getting stronger. And the only way to get stronger is to win. Even if it takes...
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you...
Alright, let's look at the feet. Pick up blade attacker again.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow. Wait, does that mean we're dead? Or rather, about to be dead? As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and... it's over.
No, it's not. We're just getting started.
But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that.
Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
Get up.
Wait, no, that can't be right. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive.
Ha! I told you this wasn't over.
What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
No, she's dead. She has to be... No!
We're all shit out of luck, aren't we? I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet.
You know what to do. Again.
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that? All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to
the end of this
untethering.
one.
She clearly never
She kinda...
actually
Shut
died.
the fuck
Just
up!
missed her heart, that's all. Oh, we just missed her heart? Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over. Well, I guess I had it wrong.
Not enough arms, though? Oh my god, no, bro.
Guess you had it wrong. Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything.
Post untethering, what's that supposed to mean? Attack her again.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage.
And then we get up.
Yes. And then you get up.
That was a good one. More.
Slay the princess.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment. And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay. Isn't it? Isn't it?
Answer the voice? He'll never answer, he's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... What is this place?
Did we do this?
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's
And there's
still here
never
too.
the end, it's never the end, so. Comes in her body slumps.
I feel so... tired.
In order to chance to respond while we have the will.
She's gone. And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror.
This...
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Small distance as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. What's in it? You've grown. Okay. Approach her. Okay, so I'm guessing.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become whenever you.
I haven't attacked her at this point. What did she say about this vessel?
This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Alright. That's it.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Alright.
You're on a
That's
path
it.
in the woods.
I just wanted to see the end of that one. Yes. Alright, so. That was a good game. I liked it a lot. Probably explore more things of my own. I know there's another game apparently coming after that. For retirement time for next class. see you later, man. Hope class goes well for you. But I know there's apparently gonna be another game. Let's say the Princess the Pristine Cut, apparently is what it's called. That's pretty cool. Those games also on Mac? That's cool. Not a lot of games are on Mac. So, that's good. So, let's find someone to raid. Who the fuck is live right now? How many people are live? The Twitch is kind of fucking being weird today. It's not loading all me shit. You know, let's raid my boy Nye. If I found his name. Playing Assassin's Creed. Go. Start the raid. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you CJ for the raid earlier. Thank you Cootie Bell and Strange for the follows. Yeah, I guess you put up raid messages if you're gonna have those. 1 if you have a sub. 2 if you don't. Adios, brother. Adios, son. yeah, I'll see you all over in Nai's stream. Oh yeah. Peace, you guys. Bye.